Welcome to Willow Creek Homestead. I'm Trish, and today I am addressing a shout out challenge from the Straw Family Farm. She had shouted us out to talk about our happy places on the homestead, our not so happy places on the homestead, and how we handle the stresses of living on a homestead. In the shout out, she did say that she suspected the smile that I always put on isn't as easy as I would make you believe that it is. If you know me well, I usually try to have a smile on my face. It's just who I am. It's how I am. And if you're watching my vlog, you're a guest kind of in my home, as a good friend had put it so nicely. So if you are watching this, I've invited you into my home, into my life, and I like to show the good parts of myself. I like to show the friendly side. I mean, if you come into my house, I don't want to be a grump. If I'm a grump all the time, you're not going to come over anymore. So, I do have my ups and downs. Who doesn't? But usually when you're a guest in someone's home, they like to put their best foot forward. Are there happier places on the homestead than others? Absolutely. Really happy place right now is our colony style rabbits system that we have got up. Sad place with that is when they escape and you've got to track them down. Or when your brand new litter of bunnies has a case of bot flies and we lose 2 because we weren't quite sure what it was and didn't get it under control in time. So anytime you deal with a new animal, a new livestock, there's always a learning curve, and that is sometimes happy, sometimes not. Happy place on the homestead for many is a garden. For me, it took a lot of time, a lot of energy to get one in, and our chicks have enjoyed it more than I will get to enjoy it. On the flip side, I will get to enjoy some squash that I have saved from them. You just do the dang best you can. Next year we will have a different system with the garden put in place, I do believe. Another good thing is having a well for our water. A sad thing is not having quite enough water to keep a yard green. So we have some plans in place for replacing this grass, just so there's not the stress of trying to keep it all green with the slow flowing well and with no sprinkling system in place. One of my favorite things to do when the weather's just right is to come out and just hang out with the animals. Take a break from the inside chores, take a break from the children that always need something. You love them, but sometimes a break is very, very necessary for your mental health. I love hanging out with the animals, just feeling of their spirits and feeling of just their gentle natures. So it's definitely a happy place for me. As I've said, with all these happy places, it can flip right around and be a bad. You've got, say, the pigs. We've had a major issue keeping the pigs in their electric fencing. So where you can come out and enjoy being with them, you also hate them quite a bit. They got out and ate my garden right after I put it in. That's kind of why I just didn't care when the chicks got to it. I'm like, you know what? It's not worth trying to clip wings and tie. That's a whole nother vlog post. But I think it's all in your perspective. You can enjoy being with the animals, or you can let the downs of it really get to you and really bother you. So I just like to roll with the punches, be optimistic, think positively, and just bide your time until freezer camp, which for these friends is next week. There's always a profound feeling of loss when something leaves the homestead, at least in my experience and in my opinion. So last year when we sent the pigs off to freezer camp, there was just a sense of loss. You could just feel it. But grateful that your freezer's full of meat. So next week when they do go off to freezer camp, I am really excited to have some meat to provide for my family. Another really cool thing that I enjoy on the homestead is new births. We had a broody mama chicken that we didn't know was broody, and she showed up with 10 babies out of the blue. We didn't know she was gone. We have a lot of the same breed chicken, and so unless you count them every day, and I know some chicken mamas do that, and I used to count them every day. Our flock has kind of grown. We now have 2 flocks. It's just a little overwhelming. So yeah, she snuck away and hatched out 10 chicks. 3 didn't make it. 3 eggs. We did find her nest, but gosh, that's a pretty good hatch. She's such a good little mom. She's over here, hidden very well. And it's so cute to see her walking around with all of her little babies and to see her taking such good care. So that is really a cool thing to enjoy here on the homestead. I think the success of any homestead is teamwork. We have a great source of teamwork here. I have my children that do so much. We could not do this. I couldn't do this without them. Jonah does so much. His job takes him off of the homestead, and he works very hard for us. So we are really grateful for that. But a lot of the homestead work does fall upon my shoulders and the shoulders of our children, teaching them responsibility and keeping us busy, which is very good. We also homeschool, and I just think there's a lot that can be learned not in a book. Books are great, and I fully believe that we need to learn our arithmetic, our history, all the awesome subjects that are offered, and we do the best we can in that regard. But there's just some things you just can't teach. You have to live. I certainly love providing things for others that don't have the same lifestyle. I love growing these pigs. My brother, some family members we are growing them for them. And so I'm really excited to share that and to have the responsibility that it teaches us. It gives us a deeper respect for where our food comes from, and gives us something to do, something to learn about that we wouldn't normally have the opportunity to do. So I wish I had the perfect answer as to how to handle stresses on a homestead, how to handle stresses of life. There is no perfect answer. The answer is staying busy and doing things you enjoy, staying positive. Life can get you down. You know, I've had 2 major knee surgeries. Well, I've had 6 knee surgeries, 2 knee replacements, and I'm only 36 years old, you know. So I think a lot of it just has to do with your perspective. And just keep on swimming. Put a smile on your face, and everything will work out. That, I know, can't be forced. After I had my last child, our 4th, I had some pretty severe postpartum depression. So it's real. Mental struggle is real, and I understand it probably more than I'm conveying. But I know for me, the answer is to stay busy. Do what you love. I love to crochet. I love to sit and be idle sometimes, but you gotta know when you gotta get up off your bum and get moving. So I know for me, living on a homestead has been wonderful. We used to live in a city, in a little cookie cutter neighborhood, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I didn't realize I wanted this lifestyle. I didn't realize I craved it. Jonah always did. He craved it, and he pushed to have more land and to have more animals, and I am so grateful for that. I'm grateful for him, because I would not have done this on my own. I would not have come on this journey by myself, and what an amazing journey it's been. And I am so excited to keep going and to keep learning and to keep doing. And so for that aspect, I am grateful for this homestead life. I'm grateful for the community that YouTube has provided me, and for you friends that join me and come into my home on a daily basis. And I appreciate your kind words and sharing this journey with my family, watching us grow. So for that, I'm grateful for you. Thank you for joining us on this crazy adventure that we like to call homesteading. And thank you, Straw Family Farm, for the opportunity to share this with you. And I hope you guys will stick around, and I hope that we'll see you tomorrow.